Welcome back to SalineRiverTV.com's live presentation of Lumberjack Live, Warren versus Hamburg. Getting set. First pitch just a few moments away as the throw comes down from Drake Jones, who is starting behind the plate today for the Lumberjacks. Again, I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. Welcome. If you're just joining us, we do appreciate you stopping by. And we will send it down to the field now. And as you can see there, hopefully you can see it there. For the first time, we've been able to get a scoreboard on the screen, so you guys can keep up with it. We won't have to tell you every time, every few pitches. You can just look up there at the top of the screen, and there's your scoreboard.
Just part of a lot of new things we're working on in preparation for Lumberjack football this fall.
Here's the opening pitch, and Wesley Cornish catches it line drive out. So one down after one pitch here in the top of the first.
And about as well as you could want to start right there. One pitch, one out. Alex Harry didn't hit that thing real hard over there to Wesley Cornish at third base. Cornish made a nice play and one down.
Nice start for Logan Adams. You couldn't see it out of the left portion of your screen. The screen's not quite wide enough for that, but it was a line drive. Kind of softly hit, though. But Wesley Cornish does snag it, and that was the first out. So one down in the top of the first. Again, Logan Adams, if you're just joining us, is starting on the mound for the Lumberjacks today against Hamburg. Here's the pitch, outside.
Hamburg line catcher Drew Foote.
So a 2-0 count now.
Right here at the plate, Rob.
That's Drew Foote, who is starting at catcher today for the Lions at the plate. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's a strike, 2-1 count now for Adams.
Nice pitch right there, down 2-0 by Logan Adams. Get right back into things.
Adams from the stretch. Comes set. Here's the 2-1. That's high and inside, 3-1 count. And Foote had to duck under that one. On deck for the Hamburg Lions, number 12, Sky Martin, playing first base today. A little bit of sun peeks out from behind the clouds. That pitch upstairs, and that is a walk. So with one down in the top of the first, Hamburg has a runner on first base, Drew Foote.
And that's kind of the situation, Rob, that you really want to avoid today, giving up freebies there, especially here at the top of the order. You got their three-hole hitter, Sky Martin, at the plate right now, and got a runner on first base, only one out. Hamburg going to try to produce something right here.
Again, a runner on first, one down in the top of the first for Hamburg. And Sky Martin at the plate. Kid with a lot of size, Chris, as you can tell, our viewers can tell from the screen. Runner takes a big lead, but does not go.
This Hamburg Lion Ball Club, Rob, 11-2. They've beaten the Dollaway Cardinals and beaten the DeWitt Dragons in their last two games since their rainouts with the Lumberjacks. The only two losses they have are all to the same team, the Dumas Bobcats.
And Adams throws over to first base, trying to keep Foote close, and the runner gets back in time. So Adams, again from the stretch, with a 1-0 count, and one down in the top of the first. Again, throws to first base, Foote back in time, and he is safe. Obviously, Chris, you can tell right there that Adams and Coach Cuthbertson are both pretty concerned about Foote's speed. He takes another big lead, but again does not go. So a 2-0 count after that pitch. One down in the top of the first. Infield playing a little deeper at short and second. Foote does go this time. No, he doesn't. He's going to hold up.
He looked pretty undecisive right there as the ball got away from Drake Jones behind the plate. And Foote kind of, he made a move towards second, held up a bit, made another move towards second before finally returning to first base.
Ball kind of drifted about 6 yards, or 6 feet, 6 feet to the right of Jones, a little bit behind him. And that pitch is a called strike, 3-1 the count. But Foote did look look rather indecisive at first. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fly ball to left field. Aaron Church is there. He makes the catch, gets it back in to Justin Hall.
The freshman proving he's a solid little baseball player. Hadn't played a lot of outfield this year that we know of. Getting the start today in left and making a play on the fly ball.
So 2 down now in the top of the first. See there on your scoreboard, 2 outs. I'm glad we can finally put that up there for our viewers. Foote takes his lead at first. Adams comes set. Here's the pitch, and it was a pitch out. So 1-0 the count after the pitch out.
And as you mentioned with Sky Martin, who was the previous batter for Hamburg, right here Hunter Smith, a large young man. Hamburg's got some good-looking kids there in the dugout.
A swing and a miss.
And
Actually tipped that one off. It'll be a 1-1 count.
By all accounts, the Lions hit the ball hard in their previous meeting with the Lumberjacks at the Sea-Ark Slugfest Championship game at Monticello High School. That ball game was close for the majority of the game. Hamburg kind of distanced themselves a bit from the Lumberjacks late. But Warren trying to get out of this inning with no runs allowed.
Here's the pitch. Foote goes, throw down. And he is safe. Got a nice jump on that one.
He did. Got a nice jump. Drake Jones did a good job of getting rid of the baseball behind the plate. Put himself in a position to make the thing close. But Foote got a pretty good start there off pitcher Logan Adams.
So now Hamburg has a runner in scoring position. Drew Foote at second base with 2 down and a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss from number 23, Hunter Smith, the DH. Again, a lot of size here at the plate for Hamburg.
Let's see if Logan Adams goes off speed here, tries to get Smith to swing and miss. Try to get the ball low in the zone here.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Foote goes. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. We're going to the bottom of the inning. No runs surrendered. 0-0 the score. We're headed to the bottom of the first. You're watching Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beavers Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beavers Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Welcome back to SalineRiverTV.com's live presentation of Lumberjack Live. About to get started with the bottom of the first. Lumberjacks hosting Hamburg today. Heading into the bottom of the first inning. Score still 0-0. Hamburg left one runner on in the top of the inning. And a nice job by Logan Adams to get out of it with no damage done.
Was a nice job. The only runner to reach was Drew Foote, their catcher. Walked, stole second. And Adams was able to get a fly out to left field and a strikeout to the 4-hole hitter for the Lions and get out of the inning.
And, of course, starting on the mound today for Hamburg will be number 3, Nate Wooten. I don't know much about Wooten, but you're seeing him here in the warm-ups. Looks like he's got to get a little bit of velocity on him, so we'll see if what his off-speed pitches have to offer. Of course, leading it off for the Lumberjacks will be number 5, Logan Adams, who got the start on the mound today for the Jacks. Number 8, Justin Hall, hitting in the number 2 slot. And then rounding out the bottom of the first is number 4, Troy Sellers, hitting in the number 3 slot and playing right field this afternoon.
We have a score to pass along, Rob, from the Lady Jacks softball game. The Lady Jacks are down 4-0 to the Hamburg Lions. In the top of the first, still nobody out in that contest, so they're trying to get out of a jam there, and an 8-4-8 game for them.
And the Lady Jags have had a tough run this season, but they got some games coming up pretty soon that they've got a chance to win.
Exactly. They get Hermitage left on the schedule, the Dollaway Lady Cardinals, and hopefully they'll be able to finish up the season pretty strong.
All right, here we go with the bottom of the first. Again, if you just joined us, you're watching Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. Logan Adams starting off the bottom of the inning for the Jacks here early in this ball game. The umpire talking to the Warren dugout. We'll see what's going on.
Got a helmet out, and the umpire considered that to be out in play. It was a catching helmet. They had to get that inside the dugout.
So Logan Adams steps into the box to lead it off for the Jacks. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the right side, 1-0 count. Or 0-1 count, I apologize. 0-1 the count to Logan Adams in the bottom of the first with no outs.
Adam aggressive at the plate, much like Hamburg's leadoff hitter was.
A swing and a miss, 0-2 the count. Of course, Adams started off the top of this inning on the mound for the Jacks the way he wanted to, and now Hamburg's Wooten doing the same as that pitch is outside. Makes it a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, so a strikeout by Adams, and up steps number 8, Justin Hall, getting the start at shortstop today.
And Hall was a late arrival for the Lumberjacks today. He's been at a Skills USA competition.
Hopefully no travel fatigue involved in that. A swing and a miss, 0-1 count. Again, on deck for the Lumberjacks, number 4, Troy Sellers, playing in right field this afternoon. So Wooten from the windup. That pitch low and inside, 1-1 the count. Again, one down. One down in the bottom of the first. That pitch, bloop, single into right field, going to get down. Hall going to hold up at first base. Nice piece of hitting, going the to opposite field with it.
Nice job right there by Justin Hall, a senior. You expect that kind of effort from him. Going the opposite field, got to run it on first, and Troy Sellers at the plate, and you're in a pretty good spot here.
Well, before the game, we talked a little bit about this club needing to do better at the plate, and they've done a good bit of the season, and that's a good way to start it off here in the bottom of the first. And that's senior leadership there, just getting the ball into play. And Hall takes a pretty big lead. Sellers pops it up. It's going to be an infield fly. The second baseman is under it, and he makes the catch. That is that's Lane Chapman, who's being DH'd for this afternoon for Hamburg, who made the catch at second base.
And again, going after the first pitch right there, a lazy little looper to second.
So Aaron Church, number 22, playing in left field this afternoon for the Jacks, steps up to the plate with Justin Hall at first base. And Coach Cuthbertson going to have a little bit of a chat with Aaron, as you can see there in the left portion of your screen. And so now Church will head back.
Only a freshman, a guy that's come on strong at the plate for the Lumberjacks, and getting the start in left field. Hadn't seen that this year that in games that we've covered, but did a good job there in the top of the first. They need him to come through with a big hit right here.
Hall takes his lead, a swing and a miss. Hall stays at first. An 0-1 count to Aaron Church. So 2 outs in the bottom of the first, an 0-1 count. Swing that pitch well inside, would have been a ball. Makes it 0-2. Kind of a defensive swing there from Church.
And now he's in a deep hole here, and Nate Wooten's done a good job off the mound so far for the Hamburg Lions. Church has got to be ready to really battle right here down 0-2 with 2 outs.
Dribbler down the third baseline. Third baseman's got it, throws it to first. Strong delivery, and he is called out at first base. Close play, but we're going to the top of the second. Again, tie ball game at 0-0 early in this game. We'll be back with more Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. If you're just joining us, we're about to get started with the top of the second. Lumberjacks tied currently with Hamburg at 0-0. Scoreless game. Been a couple of runners left on base so far.
Well, and by both teams, and the situations were both similar. Each team retired their leadoff batter. Second hitter in the inning both reached, and then nice pitching performances by both Logan Adams and Nate Wooten to get out of the first.
Here we go. We'll send it down to the field. Top of the second, getting started. Adams still on the mound for the Jacks. Had a nice opening first inning. Both of these pitchers have done pretty well early in this ball game. So Adams again will be from the stretch. Again, if you're just joining us, top of the second. Here we go. That pitch upstairs, a 1-0 the count from Adams. And at the plate for Hamburg is number 3, Nate Wooten, the pitcher for Hamburg this evening. Adams comes set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curveball outside, 2-0 count. Adams comes set, the 2-0 pitch. The delivery, swing and a miss. 2-1 the count now. Another breaking ball from the senior. Again, the infield playing pretty deep. Justin Hall playing very deep at short. Tyler Hall a little bit closer in at second. Here's the pitch. That's low. In the dirt. 3-1 the count now. So top second, no outs. 0-0 the score. Lumberjacks hosting Hamburg. The Lions coming into Warren. We're live from Warren, Arkansas today. That pitch outside, so another walk is surrendered.
And a frustrating way to start right there, the top of the second inning by walking the leadoff batter.
Number 15, Derek Reginelli, the right fielder, at the plate.
We've got a courtesy runner for the Lions, number 21. Don't have a name on him with us.
We apologize for that. We basically had the starting 9 and DH, and that's it. But Hamburg does have a runner on first after the walk with no outs in the bottom or the top of the second. Of course, this Hamburg Lion team, Coach Marty Sarton, a guy that's been around 8-4A baseball for quite a while.
And has done a good job. They've had some solid teams, a real good youth program there in Hamburg.
Runner goes on the attempted bunt, throw a little low, and the runner does get in there safe. So Hamburg has a runner in scoring position at second base with no outs in the top of the second inning.
And now it'll be interesting to see if they go ahead and square around and try to lay down the bunt again, advance that guy to third, or how they approach this.
Derek Reginelli, the right fielder, at the plate. Runner on second base for Hamburg, as you can see in the top portion of your screen. Squares around the bunt. Reginelli gets it down the first baseline. It's actually going to be called foul. I guess it was off of his foot. So 1-1 the count.
He did a good job getting it down, kind of killed it right there in front of the plate and wound up kicking it. It looked like on his way to first or bouncing it off his foot, one or the other.
So Adams comes set. No outs in the top of the second. 1-1 the count. Another square bunt. He gets it down, hits him again, though. Actually, he's going to be out. It does hit him in fair territory.
So he
one
is out, Rob, but he does the job, sacrifices the runner over. Didn't look real good doing it right there.
Number 10, Jay Naff, playing left field. So the runner apparently is able to advance. Looks like is the call. So they have a runner. Actually, Coach Cuthbertson is going to come out and talk about this with the umpires.
And then I'm unclear on this myself.
So Coach Cuthbertson having a chat with the umpires this evening. And he is obviously the question here from Coach Cuthbertson is even though that ball was put into fair territory, the out was made because it hit the player at the plate. The runner will have to go back, so the correct call is finally made. Coach Cuthbertson brings it to the attention of the umpires. And Hamburg does not get the job done. The runner does not get advance. As the rule states, he's going to have to go back to second. So Adams on the mound has one out here with a runner at second base for the Lions. Another time called, this time by the batter. Number 10, Jay Naff, the left fielder for Hamburg. Steps back into the plate and all set to go again. Here's the pitch. Runner going to hold up at second. Nice block right there by number 15, Drake Jones.
And the Lions working real hard to try to manufacture a run right there. Reginelli wasn't able to get the sacrifice down after the ball hit him. And they're letting Jay Naff here swing away.
A foul tipped. Makes the count 1-1. So Hamburg having a tough time moving that runner over so far. And on deck for Hamburg, number 5, Austin Fitz, the center fielder. Ball popped up. Wesley Cornish over at third trying to find it. And it's going to be beyond the fence, out of play. It'll make the count 1-2.
Nice to see right there by the Warren Lumberjacks. You've got your catcher Drake Jones, third baseman Wesley Cornish, shortstop Justin Hall, and pitcher Logan Adams all converging on that ball. And that's exactly what you want in that situation. Get those 3- and 4-man chases going, and becomes priority from there.
So in the top of the second, Hamburg has a runner on second base. Number 10, Jay Naff, is at the plate. He's got a 1-2 count and one down. Logan Adams on the mound for the Lumberjacks. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, hangs up there, makes it 2-2. That's a dangerous pitch right there because if you drop it any lower and it doesn't break, you're just leaving a meat pitch.
Well, and that's kind of the situation they got into with Dumas. Dumas was only swinging at the fastball and really making him work with his off-speed stuff. He's got to throw that down around the plate and try to get him swinging.
Ball hit down the third baseline, going to be foul. Wesley Cornish fields it, but it is in foul territory, so a 2-2 count with one down in the top of the second. The Lumberjacks trying to work out of this bit of a jam here.
After walking the leadoff batter.
And any good coach will tell you that's the one thing you can't do is give up free bases, and walks are exactly that. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ball hit to center field. Calix Harris drifting over there with Aaron Church makes the catch. The runner's going to hold up at second. Nice play by Harris.
That's a very nice play by a freshman right there. Got a good jump on the ball off the bat. And they understand outfield priority there. Calix Harris called off left fielder Aaron Church, made that play and got it in quick. Held up that Hamburg runner at second base. Really nice effort right there defensively, and in assistance of Logan Adams on the mound.
Now number 5, Austin Fitz, the center fielder, steps up to the plate for the Lions. Number 20, Logan Morris on deck, the third baseman. Again, runner on second, the courtesy runner. Here's the pitch. Ball fouled off to the right side. It'll be a 1 count with 2 outs. Again, Logan Adams in both of these innings has surrendered a walk, but so far he's been able to not surrender any runs. And hopefully he can do that once again here in the top of the second. Comes set from the stretch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Adams chasing after it. Wesley Cornish chasing after it. Hall finally gets it short. And really, that ball kind of dribbled into no man's land, one of the few places in the infield. With a slow ball like that, if it gets past the pitcher, really no chance of getting the runner at first. And so the runner at second base is able to advance to third, and now Hamburg has runners at the corners with 2 outs. And back up steps number 20, Logan Morris, the third baseman for Hamburg, hitting in that number 9 slot.
As you said, Rob, that was one of those situations that hit a little bit too hard for Logan Adams to field, a little bit too softly for Justin Hall to have a play on. And an infield single right there by Austin Fitz.
So Fitz takes a big lead at first. Another bunt apparently on here for Hamburg. A strike called. The runner, Fitz, does advance to second. So an 0-1 count with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. The Lumberjacks trying to hold off Hamburg here. Now they have 2 runners in scoring position. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball hammered down, line drive down the left field line. That's going to score 2 without a doubt. Morris is going to have a single. So 2 runs scored. Hamburg now with a 2-0 lead with 2 outs, and that's just a nice piece of hitting.
And that's a very nice piece of hitting from the 9 spot in your order. Third baseman Logan Morris right there for the Hamburg Lions.
So number 9, back to the top of the order, Alex Herod, the shortstop, at the plate. Coach Marty Sarton, the third base coach today, also the head coach of this Hamburg Lions ball club, gets the signal to Logan Morris, who's at first base for the Lions. And a tough break right there for Logan Adams. A nice pitch, just pulled down the line, and got to give Hamburg credit for getting the job done with runners in scoring position.
A nice piece of hitting right there, coming from the 9-hole in your order, and Logan had done a pretty good job handling that at bat, handling the inning as a whole after the leadoff walk. But unfortunately, that thing finds its way into the outfield, and Hamburg's up 2-0.
Here's the pitch from Adams. That's a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1 the count with 2 outs.
Nice pitch right there by the senior Logan Adams.
So Morris takes his lead. Adams with the 0-1 pitch high and outside. 1-1 the count.
Alex Herod in his previous at bat swung on the first pitch and hit a little soft liner to Wesley Cornish at third base for the first out at the top of the first inning.
Here's the pitch from Adams. That's inside, 2-1. So Logan Adams having to work here for that third out. Hamburg has already been able to get 2 on the board. Hopefully you guys at home or at your office, wherever you are watching this game from live. That ball hit to left field. Aaron Church on the trail of it. It's going to be behind him. 1 run. Morris is going to be hustling past third. Sardis sending him home. Justin Hall could be a chance for a play at the plate.
Got him.
And he is out. Nice connection from Aaron Church to Justin Hall and on to Drake Jones. Nice play, third out of the inning. We're going to the bottom of the second. 2 are scored, though, by Hamburg. We'll be right back with more Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. We're about to get started with the bottom of the second inning. Hamburg unfortunately has a 2-0 lead over our Lumberjacks heading into the bottom of the inning, but a gorgeous play, way to end the top of the second with a gorgeous relay throw from Aaron Church to Justin Hall and on to Drake Jones at the plate for the third out.
That's the way you draw it up. Everybody executed well, and it was nice to see by Aaron Church, a guy who hadn't played a lot in the outfield. He knew, understood what he needed to do.
We will send it back down to the field for the start of the bottom of the inning.
And a real quick score to pass along. The Hamburg Lady Lions up 5-0 over the Warren Lady Jacks going into the top of the second inning on the softball field today in 8-4A play.
Up to the plate for the Lumberjacks, number 15, Drake Jones, the catcher today. Fouls that one off. 0-1 the count.
And Drake, only a sophomore, hitting in the 5-hole today for the Lumberjacks.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Liner, about the same. That's going to be fair. Drake Jones going to hold up at first base. Hamburg gets it in pretty quickly. Probably a nice decision. And so now Lumberjacks have a runner at first base, and he's going to be courtesy runner is going to come in.
That is Trent Broughton.
Trent Broughton coming on to courtesy run for Drake Jones. And a nice way to start off the bottom of the inning. Now, again, no outs, bottom of the second. Hamburg has a 2-0 lead over our Lumberjacks. But we've got a runner on first, and up steps number 7, Austin Emanuel.
And a nice job right there hitting by Drake Jones. That's that's what you want to do, especially leading off the inning like that. Big hit for him. He plays a lot older than what he is.
Broughton takes his lead. That ball low, 1-0 the count. And folks, if you're not able to stick around for the rest of this ball game, I want to go ahead and tell you tomorrow we're going to be live same time, same place. Rise and Coming here tomorrow though. That pitch, actually not a pitch. Going to throw over to first, and Broughton gets back in time.
And the Rising Wildcats, Rob, apparently have a pretty good arm on their pitching staff. A guy that's been pretty impressive. We may have an opportunity to see him tomorrow.
Ball dribbled down the first baseline, 1 out. And the runner gets in. Broughton, nice job of getting past that tag. Really putting that ball in play is great, but it couldn't have been put in a worse spot.
Exactly. That thing was hit right to the first baseman. He didn't even have to move to step on the bag. And Trent Broughton had the speed to beat it out. Most guys wouldn't have been able to do that.
I would have been out. I can promise you I would have been out. Number 28, Randy Gorman, the first baseman, steps up to the plate for the Jacks. That pitch a called strike on the outside corner.
And this is a situation when you need Randy Gorman, a senior who's played a lot of baseball, new to Warren, but played the game for a long, long time. He needs a big hit right here with a runner on second base and 1 out for the Lumberjacks.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Throw to first. And the second out is recorded. So 2 outs now in the bottom of the second. Number 20, Wesley Cornish, the third baseman, at the plate with a chance to cut this lead in half.
And Cornish has seen his at-bats, his plate appearances go up as the season's gone on. They're pleased with him and what he's brought to the table, playing third base for them today.
Another one of these young freshmen with getting a lot of playing time this season, something that's been kind of a rarity in Lumberjack baseball for quite some time, but a lot of young guys, and not just sophomores, a lot of freshmen getting the chance to play on a very young ball club. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count now with 2 outs. Again, bottom of the second, 2 down. Hamburg has a 2-0 lead, as you can see by that scoreboard at the top of your screen. Swing and a miss, 1-2 the count. Couple of tough cuts right there for Wesley Cornish.
And right now he looks kind of like a freshman here at the plate against Nate Wooten.
Wooten from the windup. That pitch low, 2-2 the count, and nice patience right there by Cornish. For 4 freshmen, that's a good sign that he's able to hold up on that pitch. So Wooten on the mound. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off.
Nice
hanging
job
in there.
by Cornish competing there at the plate.
That ball gets away. Broughton going to stay at third base as it didn't get far enough away. The first baseman for Hamburg, Sky Martin, able to back it up. So Cornish at the plate with a 2-2 count and 2 outs, a chance to cut the Hamburg lead in half. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And not able to deliver in the bottom of the second. Score remains 2-0. We'll be back with more Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got more baseball coming your way.
Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reef alongside Chris Norton. Here we go at the top of the third. That first pitch is a ball, 1-0 the count with no outs. Hamburg has a 2-0 lead. That pitch inside makes it a 2-0 count. Chris, do we have a score to pass along?
We do. Softball Lady Jacks down 10-0 to the Lady Lions of Hamburg High School in the bottom of the second.
All right, so there is a score update on that softball game. Here's the pitch from Adams. Swing and a miss, 2-1 the count. And after the top of the third here, we won't take a break. I'll explain a little bit. We had a soccer game earlier this week and a baseball and a softball game. We'll give you some updates on how the early portion of this week unfolded for all you Lumberjack fans out there.
Nice
pitch.
pitch.
A called strike. 2-2 the count.
It's a nice pitch right there by Logan Adams. Drew foot here at the plate, Rob. He walked in his first at bat, stole second, and got kind of hung up there as Logan Adams settled down and retired the 3 and 4 hole hitters for the Lions in the top of the first.
Adams comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's outside, 3-2. We're full up. Full count with no outs in the top of the third. Adams comes set once again. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Dribbled, going to be foul, going to be off the line. So it'll remain 3-2. I'm pretty lucky that ball rolls foul, as I think that was going to be an infield single.
It would have been a tough throw to make right there, having to field that on the third base line, get squared around, and make that throw to first against a fleet-footed kid right here in Drew Foot.
That's Drew Foot at the plate. Sky Martin, the first baseman, on deck. Here's the 3-2 delivery from Adams. Grounder to third. Cornish can't get there. Hall gets there, and Foot has way too much speed. And easily no chance to get him out for Hall as he was playing too deep. And that's really your third baseman's got to get a hold of that for any chance to get that runner at first. And it's a tough play for Cornish as well, but just kind of hitting that tough spot again.
That's exactly right. You got a young guy there at third, still working on his lateral quickness, and that's something that'll kind of develop over time. But would have been a tough play had he fielded it cleanly. Drew Foot can run.
The bunt attempt was on, but that pitch is high, and Sky Martin pulls the bat back.
I tell you what, Rob, this is something we haven't seen a lot, and we expected to see a lot more with the change in the bats, going to the BB Core bats. We haven't seen as many teams square around and try to bunt throughout the order as what Hamburg has today. This is their 3-hole hitter, and he's squared around right here, trying to lay down a sacrifice bunt.
And he gets it down. Jones makes the throw. The first nice play, one down. Nice throw from Drake Jones. But the runner does advance. We have one down now in the top of the third.
And the complaints that we've heard about these bats in terms of bunting are the same as we've heard about just swinging the bat. It's cut down on the cheap home runs guys have hit in the past with the aluminum bats, but it's also causing the ball to die off the bat when you square around and try to lay down a bunt. So it's been interesting to see how teams have tried to utilize them offensively. Hamburg's been aggressive in trying to put the bunt down today.
Yeah, squaring around for a bunt at one time when I played and you played as well. With those old aluminum bats, really it was a chore to get it to die. And now it looks like for some of these kids it's a chore just to get it out in the field a little bit.
Exactly. I mean, in the past, you're trying to lay down a bunt, and you're slapping that thing all the way back to the pitcher's mound. And
Adams throws to second, and it is way wide. Calix Harris fumbles around with it. The runner is going to score. And that's a third run and a tough one to take for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, that's E1 right there on the play at second, and then E9 in the outfield to allow Drew Foote to score, Rob. A disappointing chain of events right there for the Warren Lumberjacks.
So 3-0 now the score. Hamburg has the lead, a 1-0 count to number 12, Sky Martin at the plate. Oh, that's actually Hunter Smith. I apologize. Number 23, Hunter Smith, the DH at the plate for Hamburg. Adams from the stretch. Nobody on now for Hamburg. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. And Adams struggling a bit with his control.
And from time to time, he gets a little frustrated, and he needs to relax out there on the hill for the Lumberjacks. And they need him to get through the duration of this ball game, give him a chance to pick up a W today.
That breaking ball is in there. 2-1 the count now with one out.
That's a tough move right there, that throw to second base, and we've seen Warren execute it a lot this year. As they're allowing the second baseman to kind of come in as the throw's being made, and he's catching that thing on the run, and just a lot of variables that can go wrong right there. And right there, that's what happened. Second baseman didn't quite get there, throw was a little off, and ball winds up in center field.
That pitch is outside and high, ball 4, and Hunter Smith will take first base on the walk, the DH. And now up, number 3, Nate Wooten, the pitcher for Hamburg.
And Wooten walked in his first at bat.
So Smith takes a pretty small lead over at first. That ball popped up, going to be actually popped up foul, back behind us. So an 0-1 count with one down in the top of the third. Hamburg has a 3-0 lead. Here's the pitch from Adams. Again, fouled off, 0-2 the count. And for those of our viewers who have just joined us, no matter where you're watching from, hopefully, I'm hoping, we'll have to get back and watch it to make sure it worked, but hopefully you've got a scoreboard at the top of your screen. And it will show, obviously, the score, what inning we're in, what portion of that inning we're in, and how many outs there are in the inning. We're not keeping up with counts on that scoreboard right now. But, hey, it's an improvement.
Exactly. We've worked to improve. You've worked hard to improve the quality of the streamcast throughout the year, and we've got a few new wrinkles today, and we'll try to keep adding stuff as the season goes on.
You can see we've had a few video graphics today, some video commercials, some things like that, and we're going to improve on that as we go.
A lot of neat stuff going on.
Ball hammered, just off of Wesley Cornish's, the palm of his glove. Tough one to take for Cornish. They don't call it the hot corner for nothing, and that was the reason.
That's exactly right. That baseball got on him in a hurry there at third base.
Number 15, Derek Reginelli, the right fielder, steps up for the Lions. And they have one down in the top of the third, runners at first and second, and a 3-0 lead. So the Lumberjacks struggling here. First of all, just to get runners on base. Now, defensively, they're struggling to get outs, and it's because Hamburg's putting the bat on the ball.
They are, and they've hit a couple right on the nose.
Another throw and almost sells. Tyler Hall holds up and is able to catch it.
I don't really know about that play right there, Rob. And That's the second time they've attempted it. The first time, obviously, ball gets into center field, allows a run to score, and that time right there, Tyler Hall makes a nice play on it.
Well, a grounder to third. Cornish gets it, makes the tag. Going to hold up. Nice play by Cornish to get that lead runner.
And a good job by the lead runner right there, Rob, of holding up and making Cornish try to tag him and trying to delay the play instead of just giving himself up and allowing the double play attempt at first base. But
going back to that throw though, Chris, to second base. It looks simple. It looks simple, but it's not. Yes, Logan Adams when he comes set in the stretch, he's got a great view of second base. But the second you start to spin, you take that view away, and it's really a blind throw.
Exactly, and there's a lot of moving parts and things going on, and it's a tough play to execute.
And to do it quickly is a whole other story. I mean, you can make the throw, but you got to make it quick, and that's when a pitcher is already struggling for control at the plate, making that throw is even more difficult.
We'll get time called here. Reginelli, who reached first on the fielder's choice there, he's the young man that bunted the ball off his leg in the second inning and led to a discussion and the returning of a runner, which wound up scoring.
That breaking ball called the ball. Close pitch right there, makes it a 2-0 count with 2 outs.
Looked to be a nice pitch from up here to Jay Naff at the plate. Umpire disagreed with us.
And so far, the calls have been pretty consistent at the plate. Haven't been too upset with them. Been a bit smaller zone than we've seen from some of the umpires that have been here this year. We've had the couple of games we've called this season from Warren. We've had some zones that were rather stretched, I would say. But so far, it looks like a pretty consistent zone right over the plate. He's calling it like he sees them. And really, that's all you can ask for is consistency.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Jay Naff here at the plate, the 7-hole hitter for the Lions, playing left field. He flew out to Calix Harrison, centering his first at bat at the top of the second. He's ahead right here, 3-1 in the count.
Yeah, 3-1 count with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Drake Jones trying to get under it. And it hits the top, as you could hear it probably in our microphones. We tried to get the camera down, but really no point in that, as Jones couldn't get to that one anyway, so it'll be a 3-2 count.
He tracked it all the way to the fence, and it just kind of snuck over on him.
We'll try to pan that camera back up a little bit for you so you can have a good view of the field once again. We try to move the camera as much as we can for you guys, but sometimes it's kind of tough when we're trying to watch what's going on at the same time. Really, for baseball, you need 5 or 6 cameras. We've got one here, so it's just we're glad to bring you something you can watch, though. That's the great thing about this. You can still watch the game. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Adams with 2 outs. Runners go, and a swing and a foul tip, so it remains 3-2. This game has been going on for about 48 minutes, approaching that 50-minute mark. And been pretty average speed to this ball game so far here in the top of the third. Maybe a bit slow, but not too much. And that's a called strike 3. All right, we're going to the bottom of the inning. Jacks have some work to do. They're down 3-0. We'll be back with more Lumberjack Live Baseball on SalineRiverTV.com.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart, The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reef alongside Chris Norton. If you're just joining us, I'm about to get started with the bottom of the third. Jacks down by the score of 3-0 to the Hamburg Lions. Up to the plate, number 25, Calix Harris, the center fielder, hitting in that number 8 slot.
Yeah, the number 9 hole. Right
oh,
here,
actually
Rob.
number 9, isn't he? Who's being DH'd for today? That's
Tyler Hall.
Tyler Hall. I knew my lineup looked a little long there that I wrote in my handwriting, which I can't read, but I'm too used to typing. Fouled off, hot shot into the dugout almost of Hamburg.
That got everybody's attention there in the dugout as it collided with their bats. And Harris just kind of slapped at it. Calix can run and really wants to put something in play right here. He's got a chance to beat it out anything he hits on the ground to the infield.
And this game far from being over. Still, even though it's a 3-0 lead, that's nothing. It can end in a heartbeat. And Harris at the plate trying to get something started, and really needing a little bit more production out of the bottom of this order for the Jacks. And he may be the guy to start it off. Another foul off to the right side. 1-2 count with no outs in the bottom of the third. This is an important conference matchup for the Lumberjacks as well.
It is. It gives them a chance to get to 5 wins. They're sitting at 4-4 right now.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Oh, and a call on the outside corner on the curveball. Not sure about that one. Close. Very close. But Harris, if it's close, you got to take a cut at it, and that's just inexperience.
It was a nice pitch. Folded Calix up a little bit, a young guy. But you're right. With 2 strikes, you got to be willing to expand the zone a little bit.
And see right there, I actually thought that pitch might have been a strike, and fortunately for the Lumberjacks, it's called inside for Logan Adams. So
that thing had a nice tight break to it.
Adams pop up to center field. The center fielder, Austin Fitz, underneath it. He's got it, and that is the first out of the bottom of the third inning. Well, Jacks are putting it in play right now, but Hamburg putting it in spots where Lumberjack defenders are not, and unfortunately we're hitting it right to them.
And now Hall did single in the first inning, Rob. Justin Hall here at the plate, single to right field.
So Hall at the plate with 2 down, or 1 down. And that is the third out of the inning. As the Jacks go down in order, Calix Harris goes down. Then Logan Adams on the fly out to center, and then Justin Hall right there. We're not going to take a break. Stick with us here on Lumberjack Live. We'll talk a little bit about the early portion of this week in Lumberjack sports. The Lumberjack soccer team faced Episcopal this week. The Lady Jacks and the Lumberjacks both played. Episcopal, this is a bit of a different conference than most Lumberjack fans are used to. We're actually playing in what's considered the 4-4A, and Episcopal is in that, of course. Episcopal Collegiate, based out of Little Rock. Right on the river almost is where that school is located, just a few hundred yards south of the river. But Episcopal has had a soccer program for quite a while. The Lumberjacks, the Lumberjack men's team, played in the second game. The Lady Jacks, unfortunately, could not pull out the victory. They lost by the score, I believe, 7-0. Not 100% positive on that. I was not able to attend it. We had the Warren City Council meeting going on that same night. But the Lumberjacks won by the score of 2-0, and really that score doesn't tell the whole story. There was a late penalty called where Episcopal got a free penalty kick, and they were able to convert to make it 2-1. But the Jacks really dominated that ball game offensively and had several opportunities early in the first half to put maybe 2 or 3 more on. So it probably could have been 4 or 5-0 or 4 or 5-1 the score. But the Jacks, it doesn't matter. Score 2-1, and that is a victory. So another conference win for the Lumberjack soccer program. They're doing pretty well so far.
Exactly, and the victory over Northlet last week, or was it earlier this week? Last week, I believe. Last week, that counts as a conference game for them. They've beaten Northlet, beat Episcopal, beat Maumelle, was it? or Malvern.
Malvern, I believe.
So they've got a chance now to finish up the season strong, maybe qualify for the state tournament in their first year of play.
Of course, the Lumberjack baseball team and the softball team struggled early this week. I don't. Do you know the final of that baseball game early?
18-0 on Monday.
Yeah, a tough break for the Jacks early in the week, and the softball team, I believe, lost. It was, I think, around 27-7 or something like that. They put up some runs. They're having a tough time right now, committing a lot of errors, from what I understand, and it's just a young ball club. But I mean, these kids are getting experience, and their problem right now, I think, on the softball field, if you would talk to the coaches, is really just cleaning up defensive mistakes. That ball grounded to third. Cornish throws it to first. Nice pick by number 28, Randy Gorman, the first baseman, but it throws not in time, and he has to actually come off the bag, so the runner will be safe at first base.
Nice job by Gorman of getting over there and tracking that thing down. That could have been trouble had that ball gotten all the way to the fence along the right field line.
We're updating the scoreboard as we speak. I apologize for not getting that done quicker in between the break. So it's the top of the fourth, still no outs. Hamburg has a 3-0 lead. They square around a bunt at the plate. Is number 20, Logan Morris, hitting in that number 9 slot, playing third base for Hamburg. So Austin Fitz on first base takes his lead. Another attempted bunt by Morris. It's going to go foul. So 1-1 the count with no outs. You see Hamburg still struggling to get those bunts in fair play. So Adams will trot back to the mound. Again, if you're just joining us, thank you so much for watching Lumberjack Live on Saline River TV. We're glad to have you. It's top of the fourth. The Jacks down by the score of 3-0 to the Hamburg Lions. And again, no outs in the top of the fourth. Morris squares around a bunt for Hamburg. Finally gets this one down. Cornish has it, throws it to first. Gorman's got it, and that is the first out of the inning. And tough break right there for Hamburg. They actually had an opportunity to take third base. Cornish came forward to get that bunt, which he did, but nobody covered third.
And that, that's a tough situation right there. Cornish did a nice job fielding it and making the throw down, but got to make sure you keep everything covered up and defended when you're defending the bunt like that, when you've got your corners crashing.
That breaking ball high, 1-0 count with one down in the top of the fourth. Austin Fitz on second base for Hamburg, the center fielder, and at the plate, excuse me, is number 9, Alex Herod, the shortstop. Here's the pitch from Adams. Popped up. Going to get out of play, foul. Makes it a 1-1 count with one down in the top of the fourth. Again, early this morning we had some rain come through the Warren area, but the sun's popped out, and we've had some cooler temperatures this afternoon. That pitch inside, 2-1 the count. And I'll try to get you that game current temperature, 63 degrees. So we've bumped up 2 degrees since the start of this one. It was 61 when we started off, so 2-degree increase with the sun coming out. Still pretty cool temperatures for this time of year for baseball in high school. Of course, normally when we start off the season, it's usually very cold, and this season it was rather warm.
It has been, and for the most part, weather's been pretty good this year for them. They had the rain outs last week, but other than that, they've been able to get pretty much everything in, I believe.
Pitch low and inside, ball 4. So Herod will take the walk. Number 11, Drew Foote, the catcher, steps up to the plate. He's hitting in the number 2 slot today for Hamburg. Adams trying to work out of another jam here. Popped up. Drake Jones trying to get underneath it. And that's going to get foul out of play. 0-1 the count. Those balls just getting over probably by a couple of yards. Can't be too far away. So Hamburg has runners at first and second. Austin Fitz at second base. And number 9, Alex Herod at first. Number 11, Drew Foote at the plate. Grounder to third. Foul ball, just foul by couldn't have been more than a couple of inches.
I thought that thing may have hit third base, but that's a big break for the Warren Lumberjacks right there.
Absolutely.
That ball goes foul.
That would have been 2 runs, I would assume. But it could, I don't know, Church was headed over there pretty quick in left field. I think 1 run was going to score at least, but it would have been pretty tough for Alex Herod. But he is the leadoff guy, so probably has speed over there, who's on first right now for the Lions.
Let's see Logan Adams with a big pitch right here and retire Drew Foote.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hat comes off, and that is a ball. 1-2 count.
Foote singled in his last at bat. Wound up scoring off the series of errors there on the pickoff attempt at second base in the third inning. He walked in his first at bat.
Ball popped up to the right side. Gorman and Adams both trying to get to it. Adams, nice catch, and that is the second out of the inning. Nice play by the pitcher, Logan Adams. That probably should have been the first baseman's ball, but he lost it in the sun, it looked like.
Yeah, it's a great effort by Logan Adams, but Randy Gorman's got to provide a little bit more help there at first base. You don't want your pitcher having to run clean across the field when you had to go about 20 feet.
Yeah, I could tell right off the bat, Gorman just looked like he couldn't quite find it. It was, I don't know if the sun played an issue there or if he just didn't quite see it off the bat. That pitch is called the ball, 1-0 with 2 outs. And a chance for Adams to get out of a spot here with 2 guys on for Hamburg with no damage done.
And he's done a good job so far, keeping his composure, continues to battle.
Runners go. Grounded to the right side. Adams has it, throws it to first. That is the 3rd out of the inning. Nice play by Logan Adams. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. Jacks need to get some runs on the board, down by the score of 3-0. We'll be right back with Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. Starting off the bottom of the 4th, the Jacks currently down with a score of 3-0 to the Hamburg Lions. An important conference matchup. Chris, do you have a score update on that softball game?
We do. That ball game's in the top of the 4th inning, Rob. The Hamburg Lady Lions up 15-0 over the Warren Lady Lumberjacks.
So the Lady Jacks having a tough time this afternoon, struggling this season so far. But, again, a chance in the next couple of weeks to get a couple of wins as they face some what we hope are some lesser opponents and maybe some folks that they can pick up a victory over.
Well, some similar teams. They'll face the Lady Hermits of Hermitage High School, Dalloway again, who they beat 17-0 earlier in the season. And, of course, they beat Drew Central in a tournament earlier this year, too, for their 2 wins.
Troy Sellers at the plate fouls that one off down the right field line. Foul by about 15, 20 yards. So Troy Sellers with an 0-2 count now with no outs in the bottom of the fourth. Lumberjacks trying to get something started offensively. They're down by the score of 3-0. And Troy Sellers swings at a bad pitch inside. Got jammed, and just a bad pitch to swing at from the senior. Number 22, Aaron Church now at the plate for the Jacks.
Aaron grounded out to third base in his first at bat. We've got time called here for something.
Looks like Aaron's got a necklace on, and they're going to make him take that off. It's amazing we get through 4 innings and nobody's hurt by that. But we got to take it off in the fourth.
Exactly.
I've always been amazed by that.
He's seen 4 innings of work defensively in the field, and they're at bat already. But umpire doing his job there, making him lose the jewelry. And he'll dig in now for his second at bat of the game.
Of course, Church made a very nice play early in this ball game, getting a relay throw in to Justin Hall, who then delivered it to home plate to Drake Jones to get a third out at home plate. So Aaron's played pretty well defensively in left field so far. And a hammer to left. Left fielder backtracking at the wall, and it's going to be an out recorded.
He drifted. He kept drifting, and Church got into that ball pretty good.
Just a bit underneath that one. Puts it a little bit more on a line drive. That ball is probably out of here. Number 15, the catcher, Drake Jones, into the box now for the Lumberjacks.
And Jones had a hard hit single in his first at bat to left field.
Here's the pitch. It's high. 1-0 the count. So a 1-0 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Again, we're glad to be able for the first time to bring you guys a scoreboard at the top of your screen. That's a big deal. We're glad to be able to have it for you. Here we go. Jones steps back up to the plate. 2-0 count. That's a swing and a miss. So a 2-1 count now for Drake Jones. On deck, number 7, Austin Emanuel. That pitch outside, 3-1 the count with 2 down in the bottom of the fourth. Again, Jacks, if you just joined us, the Lumberjacks down by the score of 3-0 to Hamburg. Of course, the Lions coming to Warren today, so we're live from Warren, Arkansas. And that's inside. Ball 4. Jones will take first base. And the Lumberjacks have a base runner. You're probably going to see a courtesy runner. It looks like Trent Broughton is going to come in to courtesy run for Drake Jones. So a little bit of speed jumping onto the bases now after the walk. Jones will trot back to the dugout to get ready to go back out to catch here in a few minutes. And Austin Emanuel at the plate. Another one of these young freshmen trying to make something happen for the Lumberjacks. Broughton takes a short lead at first. Emanuel fouls it off down the right side. 0-1 the count with 2 outs.
And Austin Emanuel grounded out to the first baseman in his first at bat today in the bottom of the second inning. He's going to try to hit something hard right here and let Trent Broughton run. Broughton has some speed there at first base.
Broughton gets back to first after the throw from the catcher. Nate Wooten on the mound for Hamburg. A 1-1 count with 2 down in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Another tough pitch to swing at if you're Austin Emanuel. On deck, number 28, Randy Gorman, the first baseman. Wooten comes set. That pitch inside. 2-2 the count. Nice patience there from Austin Emanuel. 2-2 count with 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Jacks trying to get something on the board. Fouled off back towards us. Remains 2-2.
Emanuel working hard, trying to compete up there at the plate. Freshman getting the nod as the DH today.
Broughton takes another short lead at first. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is the 3rd out of the inning. All right, we're going to the top of the 5th. Jacks still have some work to do, but they got to get it done defensively first. We'll be right back with more Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com.
Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. You're in the booth here live from Warren, Arkansas. The Jacks trying to nurse a 3-0 deficit here. Going to try to get things done defensively here in the top of the fifth. Hopefully we can get Hamburg out pretty quick and get back in and get the bats rolling.
Got to get something started at the plate here. Logan Adams has pitched pretty well, all things considered, but got to get some offensive production.
Adams overall has pitched pretty well today. He's had a couple of walks that have cost him. Really 2 runs off of 2 walks.
Exactly, and then the situation with the attempted pickoff throw to second that wound up getting into center field, and that led to a run scoring. But
Hamburg's put the bat on the ball today as well.
They have. They're a solid team, and only 1 loss in conference play, and that was to Dumas, who beat them earlier in the year in the Sea-Ark Slugfest. Hamburg only has 2 losses, and they're both to the Dumas Bobcats. So they're a pretty solid baseball team.
Send it back down to the field. Adams with the first pitch of the top of the fifth inside. 1-0 count now with no outs.
Hunter Smith here at the plate, and Smith has struck out in the first inning, walked in the third inning. Hitting clean up for the Lions.
Adams comes set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. Nice pitch from Adams. So we're here in the fifth inning. This game kind of in the latter stages, but still a long way to go with just a 3-0 lead. Ball popped up to the right side, going to get well out of play. It'll be a 1-2 count. We've seen a few, only I guess really one big defensive change today so far, and that is Calix Harris getting that start in center field. And he's played pretty well today. Made a big catch just a few moments ago in the last inning.
He has, and Aaron Church has played well in the outfield for the Lumberjacks today. You've got 2 freshmen there in left and right, or left field and center field.
And that pitch was outside, makes it a 2-2 count. Again, you don't have the count on your scoreboard. That pitch outside, 3-2. So Logan Adams trying to keep this bat from getting away from him. And no outs, top of the fifth. 3-2 pitch. Here we go. Fouled off to the right side, remains 3-2. Just looking around the field, we've got several freshmen starting today.
Got a freshman third baseman, Wesley Cornish, freshman in left field and center field.
That pitch high, ball 4. So Adams, another tough walk to take as he had 2 strikes there. And just the off-speed pitches got away from him. So Hunter Smith now on first base for Hamburg. Up steps number 3, Nate Wooten, the pitcher, who's played very well today for Hamburg as he's held Warren scoreless. Squares around a bunt, gets it up to Adams. Adams turns around, makes the throw to second. He's just out of the reach of Tyler Hall at second base. Man, I'm going to tell you what, that was close. Should have probably made that catch.
Oh, definitely. That should have been an out at second base. And the ball was bunted hard back to Adams. Adams fielded it clean. Made a pretty solid throw. It's got to be fielded a little bit better than that by Tyler Hall there at second base.
I think the runner with a hard slide in there, as Hunter Smith's a big kid. I don't know if he just kind of bumped over a little bit, anticipating that hard slide by Smith, but that's a play that you got to make. And of course, and that does more mentally to your pitcher than anything. He thinks he's got a guaranteed out, got a lead runner out, and it gets away from you. Another bunt attempt down the first baseline. Adams picks it up, gets it down to first base. The out is recorded as a nice catch right there that time by Tyler Hall, who covered for Randy Gorman at first, who was coming in for the bunt.
That's the third sacrifice bunt of the ball game right there, Rob, for the Hamburg Lions. They've made a commitment to it.
They've got runners on second and third base. Second and third base with one down. Adams on the mound for the Jacks. Here's the pitch. Nice block right there. The swing is committed by number 10, Jay Naff, the left fielder.
We have a final to pass along, Rob. The Lady Lions at Hamburg High School beat the Lady Lumberjacks 16-0 in 8-4A softball play.
The final right there in the softball game, just across the complex way here. The Lady Jacks lose 16-0, but the baseball game far from over with here in the top of the fifth.
Got time called before the pitch, and that's a tough situation.
And you really hate to see that time call given there at that point.
Exactly, and that's something that's been addressed. That's an
Adams comes set from the stretch. Again, Hamburg with a huge lead at second base. Justin Hall tracing back. Swing and a miss. 0-2 count, and I tell you right there, that could have been strike three.
Exactly, and that situation, when you grant the timeout like that, it's a tough situation. The pitcher's already begun his delivery. You don't want him to stop. That taxes his arm, taxes his body as he's trying to push off that mound and deliver to the plate.
Oh, a close call ball right there. 1-2 count now. Tough one. And then you see Drake Jones turns around and asks him, where was that? That's the sign of a good catcher right there. Just not necessarily grounder to third. Cornish has it, throws it to first. The out's recorded. Nice play by Wesley Cornish and Randy Gorman as the runners are not able to advance.
Nice job by Cornish right there, looking back the runner at third. He really had nowhere to go. That ball hit right to Cornish.
Again, back to Jones just turning around asking where that pitch was. I know he's probably asking because he wants to know, but also that just kind of puts it in the back of the umpire's mind. Did I make the right call? And maybe next time he'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
We've got Austin Fitz at the plate. He has singled and reached on an error.
Here's the pitch from Adams. Popped up to right field. Troy Sellers underneath it in right. That's the third out of the inning. Jacks get out of it. Score remains 3-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the fifth. We need 3 runs to tie this ball game up. And we got a couple more innings to go. So baseball, a lot of baseball still coming your way on Lumberjack Live on SalinaRiverTV.com. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. Randy Gorman steps up to the plate for the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the fifth. Puts that one into left field, single for Randy Gorman. He will be on first base. Nice way to start off the bottom of the fifth inning. And Wesley Cornish will come to the plate, the freshman, with a chance to advance Gorman. Actually, they're going to have looks like a pinch runner.
Yeah, they like to run for Gorman when it gets late in the ball game. When the opportunity presents itself, he will re-enter in the top of the inning.
Number 1, Taylor Danley comes in as the pinch runner at first base. Danley's got a little bit of speed. Again, Wesley Cornish at the plate. Number 25, Calix Harris, the center fielder, on deck for the Jacks.
Nice job by Gorman right there, senior coming up. Nice hit to lead off the bottom of the fifth.
Wooten comes set. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1 the count, with no outs in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Lumberjacks need to at least get, I think, 1 or 2 runs on the board here to make this thing interesting in the 6th and 7th innings. Here's the pitch, inside. Hamburg's catcher tries to frame it, but that was several inches inside from my vantage point.
You know, and this is a situation where you don't know if the bunt wouldn't benefit Warren. With nobody out, you got to run her on. A freshman at the plate, get a chance to try to move him over with the 9-hole, and then back to Logan Adams.
And that swing right there takes the bunt probably out of play for Cornish as he has a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. High and inside, 2-2. Another close pitch right there.
And Cornish struck out swinging in his first at-bat in the bottom of the second. Warren just now getting through their order the second time.
Cornish hitting in that 8th spot. That's inside. 3-2 count, so chance for Cornish to hang in there, maybe pick up a walk or get a single out of this.
Boy, and a walk would be huge right here. I'm assuming if he walks, they would then pinch run for him as well and allow him to re-enter. Try to get a little bit more speed on the base pass.
A swing and a miss, strike 3. Tough break for Wesley Cornish as he goes down swinging. And then really that's just youth.
He's a young kid and looked a little bit overmatched. And that happens sometimes when you're having to rely on young guys. And Cornish, he's made his fair share of plays this year.
Danley with a pretty veteran play to get back at first on the quick throw over by Wooten. Harris at the plate.
Harris struck out looking at his first at bat. Curveball in the corner kind of bent him over.
Fouls that one off to the right. 0-1 the count.
But Calix is a young man that he can put the ball on the ground and make things interesting for you, and that's what they need right here.
Again, this may be one of those spots where you might think about using a bunt here because he's capable of laying one down and possibly beating the throw to first. Coach Cuthbertson right now is just letting him swing away. He's telling him to relax a little bit. Here's the call. Wooten out of the stretch. Comes set with Danley on first base for the orange and black. A strike called. 1-2 now the count. Breaking ball gets in there, and that's a good call by the umpire.
And what you're seeing, a lot of these young guys haven't seen that pitch. I mean, that's not something they see a lot in Babe Ruth and what's left of a youth program, and that's something they've got to adjust to at this level.
1-2 pitch, low. 2-2 now the count. And that's where you really need Danley when that ball's in the dirt. Go.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to be on his horse. He's, a decent little athlete over there.
And that's just youth as well, just not knowing, if that ball is being juggled by the catcher, you're going to have to not take your chances and just go ahead and break for it. That ball fouled away, 2-2 count with 1 down. I'll update your scoreboard here since I've been bad and not done that yet. There we go. 1 down. That pitch breaks in there, and again Harris fooled by the curveball.
That's the second time we've seen that happen. With Calix just kind of gets, just kind of rolls him up and not really able to do anything with that pitch. The first time it was on the outside corner. That time it's on the inside corner and got kind of handcuffed.
Adams back to the plate, and again, Chris, you just brought it up. That's just the case that some of these young guys, they haven't seen that pitch. They're not able to recognize it right off the hand of the pitcher, and you just have to recognize the lack of speed on that pitch, and again, that's a bit of that's fear. They're just a bit of it's just youthful fear of some of these kids. Obviously, they're still a lot of these freshmen still in that mindset, I don't want to get hit. And that curveball looks like it's going to. It's coming at you, and you just have to trust that, it's not going to kill you, even if it does. But and Danley, as the ball gets away from the Hamburg catcher, takes second base. And the Lumberjacks now have a runner in scoring position with veteran Logan Adams, the senior, at the plate.
And Logan, one of their top hitters, along with Troy.
You can see that Logan there on your screen now, the senior. Here we go. That pitch low and outside, 2-1 the count. And a chance for a senior to get a big hit in a big spot. We'll take the walk as well. We'd really like a single here to drive that run in. Swing and a miss. And that pitch was, I believe, going to be outside. So 2-2 now the count. And Logan needing to hang in there. Got to give credit to Nate Wooten on the mound for Hamburg today. He's played very well. That pitch outside, full up, 3-2 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Lumberjacks trying to get a run in.
Wooten has done a good job, only allowed 3 hits so far in the ball game, and the third hit was here in the early parts of this inning with Randy Gorman singling.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Adams. No runs scored by the Lumberjacks through 5. We're going to the top of the 6th. Jacks have some work to do still. They got to get out of this defensively, then come back in. Only 6 outs to play with in the rest of this ball game for the Lumberjacks. We'll be right back with more Lumberjack Live on SaleneRiverTV.com.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SaleneRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reef alongside Chris Norton. If you just joined us, you can see there here in just a few minutes we'll put the scoreboard up, but I'll go ahead and tell you the score is 3-0. Hamburg on top of the Lumberjacks. We're about to get started with the top of the 6th. Still some time left in this ball game for the Lumberjacks to make something happen offensively, but first they got to get it done in the top of the inning defensively.
Yeah, they've struggled at the plate today, Rob. Right there, they 3 straight strikeouts ended the bottom of the 5th inning after they had a leadoff single by Randy Gorman. Just a difficult time right now offensively for the Lumberjacks, and they've got to get something going. Logan Adams hadn't pitched bad. In high school baseball, truth be told, giving up 3 runs, you expect to be in the lead, having an opportunity to win.
Sure, and this Hamburg club, traditionally, just like Warren's baseball club, has been a tough club to beat. They've again, Marty Sarton down there, the head coach of the Hamburg Lions, always has a solid baseball team. He's a good baseball coach. They've had some tough periods in their history recently, but they've always put together a strong club that's going to be a tough one to beat.
Exactly, and they have the benefit of a really strong youth program that feeds them a lot of kids that are pretty prepared to compete on a high level by the time they get into the 9th grade. And that's something that needs to happen a little bit more frequently here, and to get Warren back to where it was baseball-wise just a few years ago.
And that ball popped off to the right side, foul, 0-1 count, no outs, top of the 6th. Logan Adams still on the mound for the Jacks. He's pitched overall, I would say, decently well. We've had some mistakes in terms of throwing the ball to second base, a couple here and there, and that gave up a run. He's walked a couple of people, which accounted for the other 2 runs. So really, it's just you can't walk people. That's the story of it. And on top of that, offensively, even if you play great defensively, you still got to score runs to win games.
Exactly. And Logan's given up 5 hits. He's also walked 5, which has been really the the issue. The walks. They've 2 of those have come around to score. And
that 0-2 pitch in the ground. 1-2 now the count. So Adams with a chance here. Earlier in the last inning, he got up with a 1-2 count and ended up walking a Hamburg Lion. So hopefully that won't be the case here. But you just really need him to come through here and start putting together some nice pitch sequences. That pitch inside called the ball, 2-2 the count. Adams again from the stretch. Hadn't been out of the windup all day today. Of course, at bat for Hamburg, number 20, Logan Morris in that number 9 slot. Strike 3, ball breaks in there. 1 down now in the top of the 6th.
Nice job right there by Adams. Logan Morris prior to that at bat was 1 for 1. Had a single that drove in 2 runs and laid down a sacrifice bunt before striking out looking right there on Logan Adams.
So you can see there on your scoreboard, 1 down in the top of the 6th. Alex Harrod, shortstop now at the plate for Hamburg.
Harrod already getting his 4th at bat of the contest here in the top of the 6th. He's 0 for 2 with a single and a walk. He lined out to Wesley Cornish on the first pitch of the ball game in the top of the 1st inning.
Right now he's sitting here with a 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Adams. Popped up. Going to be behind the plate. Foul. No chance for Drake Jones to catch that one. As you can see, he stays in his spot. So it's 1-1 now the count with 1 down in the top of the 6th. Adams comes set for the 1-1. Here it is. Grounded up the middle. Hall hustling. He's got it. Throws it to first. Not in time. And really just speed there from Alex Harrod.
And I'm telling you, and this is becoming a little bit of a problem at times where we've got a lot of balls hit to shortstop that plays have to be made on. And for whatever reason, we're not getting them made. That's about the 2nd ground ball to short that an out should have been converted on. And one of them, there wasn't even a throw attempted that time. The throw was a little late, whether it be to bring him in some or some adjustment needs to be made right there because you're leaving outs out there on the ball field, and that's putting Logan Adams in a bind.
Well, Hall's playing pretty deep right now as it is, and on a hard hit ball, that's actually not a bad thing to be playing that deep. But you first of all got to have that quick delivery right out of the glove. The second you get it, you can't waste your time. You got to throw the ball, and really Hall didn't do that there. I don't think too bad, but just got to be a little bit more urgent.
And this isn't to say, not to say that Justin Hall's not not a solid ball player, but most teams that you're going to play, you're going to see their shortstop be a kid that they feel like every time the ball's hit to him, he's going to be able to field that thing cleanly and make a good throw and record out. Because you want to kind of be strong up the middle when you put together your baseball team. And right now, that's something Warren's struggling with a little bit.
Well, I'll be honest, Chris. I kind of feel like most of this season, the few games that we've covered, we just feel a bit nervous defensively in the infield. Every time the ball is hit, there's a chance we're not going to make the play, and that's not a good thing.
No, not at all, not at all. And it begins to get frustrating for your pitchers, and offensively it frustrates you a little bit. You kind of dig yourselves into holes before you even get a chance to come to the dish and swing the bat.
Well, I mean, we talking about Justin Hall there. He's not played bad today. I don't want anybody to think that. But we've had several plays in the infield. The throw from Adams to Tyler Hall at second base, that should have been an out. Even though it was a hard hit ball, the ball hit to third base. Wesley Cornish, that second line drive, that's got to be an out. And even though the out was recorded in foul territory, Logan Adams had to come off the mound to catch it in foul territory a few moments ago. That's got to be a Randy Gorman catch at first base. You got to not only you have to know what your position is, know how you got to make the plays, and be ready for it every time a pitch is made. And I know sometimes you get into a lull. That's kind of the way baseball is. You can get into a lull, but you still got to be solid every time the ball's hit to you from those crucial positions. And every position is crucial, but especially at shortstop and third. Those you're going to have some hard balls hit down there, and you got to make the plays. And those you got to make long throws.
That's exactly right, and something that comes with repetitions, and we know these kids are getting repetitions, and may just need to be some minor things worked on here and there as they progress through the rest of the season.
So far, the outfield today I think was played pretty well, Chris. the balls that have gotten past them, there's a reason why. They've just been hitting a bad spot. But Aaron Church has played very well on the left, made a great relay throw earlier. Calix Harris playing great in center field, made a big catch. And Troy Sellers has made a good catch in right field today. So the outfield, I think, is doing pretty well this afternoon at least. And the infield hasn't played terrible, but we're just not making those routine plays that great teams and good teams make. And that's a line driving to left.
That's trouble.
It's going to get down. Another run's going to come in. Number 11, Drew Foote, the catcher, gets a stand-up double out of it.
And where that becomes a problem, Rob, is that young man that just scored, Alex Harrod, should have never been on first base to start with. He should have been retired on the ground ball to shortstop. And while that's technically not an error, it's a play that's got to be made. And instead of that just being a stand-up double, you've got a runner on second base with 2 outs. You're able to drive in a run with now you got a runner on second with 1 out, and you've got your 3-hole hitter at the plate.
Number 12, Sky Martin, the first baseman, at the plate. That pitch high. 1-0 the count. Now it starts to get in Adams' head. Probably he's just struggling a little bit. A few plays haven't gone his way in the infield, and it's a mental problem for a pitcher. And right now he's just got to block that out. Just as you said, just become very consistent, become a machine out there, and just make every throw he can the exact same way. That pitch going to be popped up to left and caught for the second out.
Aaron Church again out there playing left field today. That's the second ball he's had hit to him in the air that he's fielded cleanly.
So the runner not able to advance at second base. And number 23, Hunter Smith, the DH, hitting in the cleanup spot for Hamburg at the plate now with Drew Foote at second base.
And Smith has walked twice and struck out once on the day. 0 for 1 with 2 walks.
Ball popped up to the right side. 0-1 count with 2 outs. In the Jacks, still this game not totally away from them, just a 4-0 score, but that's it's getting a little bit more difficult. Every run now that's added on, that's just the worse the deficit becomes and the harder it becomes to make that ground up in a short period of time. Runner goes. No, he's going to hold up. Got about halfway. And, Chris, I'm going to tell you something right there. Drake Jones makes a nice block. Your second baseman has got to get over there. If that guy's got to lead halfway to third, your second baseman's got to move to second where Drake can at least make a throw there if he needs to.
And you have to wonder, Rob, how much the issues earlier in the game with throws there to second may have played a role in that decision to hold it too. You know, there have been a couple of throws to second, one that wasn't caught, one that was caught in a acrobatic manner there at second base.
So a 2-1 count now for Smith. Runner goes. Ball hits to left field. Aaron Church rushing over there. He's not going to get to this ball. Actually, it's going to be out of the ballpark. A home run, 2-run shot for Hunter Smith, and that's the reason he's hitting in that cleanup spot as the DH. Got a lot of power.
Exactly. He lined that thing out, folks, and you may not have been able to get a good look at it, but he jumped all over that thing, hit it out to left center field, hitting in the 4-hole. First hit we've seen him get today. He's struck out once, walked twice, but makes that one count, and that's disappointing. Disappointing, and I'm sure the Lumberjack Baseball Club's frustrated right now.
You just have to wonder, is that going to be the final nail in the coffin for the Lumberjacks this afternoon? And all that done with 2 outs.
And the 2-run homer by Smith, his first hit of the ball game. You're right, all done with or that ball was hit with 2 outs. And then you go back and look at it, you make a better play on that ground ball to short. You're out of the inning without Smith coming to the plate there in that situation, but you deal with them as they come, and now you've got Nate Wooten, the pitcher, at the plate.
Here's the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. So an 0-1 count with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Lumberjacks down by the score of 6-0 to Hamburg. Here's the pitch from Adams. Outside, 1-1 the count. If you're Adams right here, you just really have to mentally block everything else out and start over. Nobody's on base. No threat, really, other than from the batter at the plate. Just throw strikes. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count.
And he's done a good job of responding here in this at bat. Got out with a strike in the first pitch to Nate Wooten here at the plate. Up 2 strikes here in the count.
Here's the pitch from Adams, high and inside, 2-2.
Warren's got 2, 3, 4 coming to the plate in the bottom of this inning, and they desperately have to get something going offensively.
You really would like to get 3, maybe even 4 runs in the bottom of this inning to make this thing interesting in the 7th. We'd love it if we could get all 6 back in the 6th, but that ball popped up. Tyler Hall searching for it. Justin Hall is actually going to have it. It's short. I couldn't quite tell which one of them was underneath it, but Hall gets it. That's the 3rd out of the inning. Nice play by Hall there, fighting the sun off with the shades. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Lumberjacks again down by a score of 6-0. We'll be back with more Lumberjack Live on SaleemRiverTV.com.
Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live. Lumberjack Live on SaleemRiverTV.com. Bottom of the 6th inning. About to get started. Hamburg leading our Lumberjacks by the score of 6-0. A pretty good Hamburg ball club, and really probably should be a little closer than it is right now. But the Jacks still not out of it. Bottom of the 6th. You got 6 outs to play with between now and the 7th inning. Justin Hall at the plate. Needing some offensive leadership here from these seniors.
Hall a single to right field in his first at bat, grounded out to short in his second. Trying to kind of dip away from that one. Ball winds up hitting the bat.
So a 1-1 count to Hall after that ball is fouled off. And no outs, bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch to Hall. Grounds this one to the shortstop. It's picked up, thrown to first, and that is the first out of the inning. And that's what you were talking about, a solid shortstop that can make that play every pitch.
Exactly. I mean, that looked routine all the way. There was really never any doubt as to whether that was going to be fielded clean and a strong throw made. And, that's part of it. Sometimes you have bad days, but you don't want that kind of stuff to hurt your ball club.
There's the pitch to Sellers, low, 1-0.
Troy Sellers, Rob, has popped out to second base and struck out swinging today.
Here's the pitch. Grounder to short. Shortstop, oh, look at that. An error.
Bobbles it a bit.
Glad to know they're human. And that's what happens when you hit the ball hard. Just put it in play. I know that should be an out for Hamburg. I'm sure Coach Marty Sarton is probably not too happy with the shortstop there, because that should have been an out. But still, so credit to Sellers, hard grounder, and makes him work for it. Ends up finding a mistake from Hamburg, and he's on first base with just 1 out. And you might see him go in motion here. Aaron Church at the plate, fouled off to the right side. So 0-1 the count now from Church.
And Church, Rob, is 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to third base, flew out to left field in his 2 previous plate appearances today.
Stick with us at the end of this ball game for the SaleemRiverTV.com post-game report, brought to you by the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Wooten. Actually throws over to first as he knew Sellers might be going. Sellers back in there safely. One down in the bottom of the 6th. Jack's at the plate. The orange and black trying to get something on the board before they go to the 7th. Here's the pitch. Inside. That's a ball. 1-1. Again, 1-1 count. Bottom of the 6th. Aaron Church at the plate for Warren. Sellers takes a big lead at first. Throw back over to first. He's in there safe. Troy Sellers is a guy, of course, a senior. He's had a lot of experience with his speed. He even, I think, pinch ran a good bit, or courtesy ran as a freshman. So he's had a lot of experience on the base paths. He's a guy that you got to depend on. A swing and a miss from Aaron Church. 1-2 now the count. Needs some production here out of Church. Just get a ball in play, see if Sellers can bump over to second or third. Here's the pitch. Inside. Sellers goes. Throw is inside. Actually hits Sellers. He will be safe in there at second. Of course, for our viewers who don't know baseball too well, I'm not sure how many of you guys are out there that don't know much about baseball, but that obviously rules a little bit different from a ball that's hit. If it hits a runner on the base pass from a throw from the catcher, obviously that he's safe. But if that ball was hit, grounded up the middle and hit Sellers, it would have been that ball dropped by the catcher. The runner's going to advance. The throw made to first for the second out of the inning. Church is at first, but now Sellers moves over to third after the swing and the miss, and the catcher not able to hold on to it.
And Church retired there. The catcher makes a nice throw to first. The difference between Church and a lot of these younger guys at the bottom of the order, Aaron looks a little bit more comfortable at the plate. He's taking some good hacks at some pitches, and seems to have a pretty solid approach today.
So Drake Jones at the plate with 2 outs for the Lumberjacks. Grounder to third. The shortstop's going to pick it up, throws it to first, safe at first. Jones going to stay at first. 1 run comes in. Lumberjacks on the board finally in the bottom of the 6th. Now we've got a runner on first with 2 outs. So a 2-out dribbler to short, grounder to short.
And we're going to see Trent Broughton again. And that's the second error of this inning on Hamburg shortstop after he had played extremely well throughout the course of the ball game. And that just goes to show you can't have mistakes at that position. It's hurt the Lions quite a bit here in the bottom of the 6th.
Here's the pitch, grounder down the first base line. Foul.
Austin Emanuel has grounded out to first base and struck out swinging today.
Those grounders to first, that's a telltale sign of a guy who's just having trouble catching up with it. A young guy having trouble catching up with a little bit of velocity. That's a strike. 0-2 now the count with 2 outs, so Emanuel going to have to battle here.
And they've been pleased with Austin Emanuel, pleased with what he's done at the plate, pleased with him defensively. Only a freshman, got big expectations for this young man.
Broughton gets back in there at first with a throw over. 0-2 count, 2 outs.
And Trent Broughton there at first base, have high expectations for him as well, want to develop him into a baseball player as opposed to an athlete playing the game right now.
That pitch hits Emanuel, so he gets a gift. He will take first base. Broughton will move to second.
And now you got to wonder what they do with Austin Emanuel right here. Do they kill the DH and run for him in this situation? It appears they're going to leave him out there.
Randy Gorman going to be at the plate, the senior first baseman. And a chance here, that's new life for Warren, really. I think that's an opportunity for the Jacks to capitalize. If they can maybe get another run in here, cut this to a 4-run lead, possibly maybe even get 2 of these runs in. And then you're making things interesting for the 7th.
Exactly. If you can play a couple more runs here in the bottom of the 6th, then anything can happen late. And Hamburg discussing it out there on the mound. They obviously want to get out of this inning right here against Randy Gorman. Gorman singled his last at bat. Then pinch ran 4, so obviously they'll have, if he makes it here, they'll have a decision to make with him. Do they go ahead and bench him for the rest of the game in favor of a pinch runner again, or do they leave him out there on the base pass? A lot of gamesmanship going on right now.
Here's the pitch. That's a called strike. So 0-1 count with 2 outs. Broughton takes his lead at second. Emmanuel takes the lead at first. Foul tipped off to the left side, back behind. So it'll be an 0-2 count now with 2 outs. Randy Gorman again having to battle.
And this is where you expect a clutch hit right here from one of your seniors in a situation where you desperately need to add some runs to the board here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Here's the pitch from Wooten. That ball gets away. Broughton moving, trying to get over there. Coach Cuthbertson trying to talk to him. He never did really break until that ball was well on over at the fence.
Well, and again, that's a young man that hadn't played a lot of baseball before, and that's something that he's going to have to learn, and they'll teach him. And they're working hard to try to turn him into a baseball player. He's a very, very good athlete.
That pitch low. 2-2 count now. Gorman with a golden opportunity to knock in 2 runs here for the Lumberjacks.
And Randy Gorman can swing the bat a little bit. He can do some things for you offensively. Not real fleet of foot, but
called strike.
A tough situation right there with 2 strikes. I mean, you got to be ready to go and defend the plate.
All right, we're going to the top of the 7th. Jacks down by the score of 6-1. It would have been nice if we could have gotten both of those runs in, but unfortunately we're not able to. 6-1 lead for Hamburg. We're going to the top of the 7th. More Lumberjack Live coming your way on SalineRiverTV.com.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. As you can see there at the top of your screen, the scoreboard, Hamburg up 6-1 over the Warren Lumberjacks going into the top of the 7th. The Jacks had an opportunity in the bottom of the 6th with runners on second and third, but stranded both of those runners as Randy Gorman was called out on a strike 3 looking. Close pitch, though. Tough for Gorman to take that one, but it looked a bit low to me. Not really sure what Gorman saw. We're at kind of a tough angle to see height on the pitch. So, but tough for Gorman. He's played pretty well today, and this Lumberjack team's just surrendered too many walks. We got a pitch and change on the way though. Number 22, Aaron Church, going behind the plate because number 15, Drake Jones, who was behind the plate most of today, is now on the mound pitching in relief of Logan Adams, who pitched a complete 6 innings.
And any idea who we've got in left field now, Rob? Is that Justin Hall that's moved over to second base, or is that Logan Adams at second base? That's Logan Adams at second. I'm assuming Hall's still at short then.
Yeah, Hall is in short. Adams is at second. And number 10, I believe, is A.J. Mooring in left field.
Okay.
Here's the pitch from Drake Jones. Low and outside, 1-0 the count. Just got over that pitch a little bit too much. So here's the pitch from Jones, the 1-0. High and inside, 2-0 the count. Mooring's played a little bit in left field this season, maybe even started a couple of games. Not 100% positive on that, but it looks like everything else is remaining the same. Sellers, check swing. We'll see if Church petitions down. He's not going to petition, it looks like. It looks like Harris is going to remain in center and Troy Sellers still in right field again. Justin Hall still at shortstop. Logan Adams moves to second base and replaces Tyler Hall. And a walk surrendered Hamburg's number 15 takes the walk. That's Derek Reginelli, the right fielder. Up next, looks like so we've got a substitution here for Hamburg at the plate. Number 22, we're getting the name right now. Bryce Sanderlin. That ball popped up. Church goes to first. The tag play at second.
Oh
really,
goodness.
You needed to go to second base with that. And the run going to probably hold up at third. That was a disaster. We get one out of it, but tough break. So one down on the top of the seventh. Chris, try to explain a little bit of just what happened.
Well, what we've got, Rob, is that ball should have been thrown to second base. The runner at first, I'm not real sure what he was doing. He has to go on contact right there. Church threw it to first. Outs recorded at first base on a force play. Gorman tried to make the throw to second. Errant throw. That's E3. Runner winds up at third base. It would have been a tag play at second base. Changes the whole dynamic, a little bit of confusion. And that sometimes happens when you have to do kind of mass defensive substitutions late in the ball game. Church had been playing.
Well, the trouble is right there,
Church
has been playing. He's played catcher a good bit this season. That's a play that he's got to know where to make. And if anybody's going to know where the ball needs to go when it's put into play, it's got to be your catcher. I think Church just kind of expected a little bit that the runner was automatically going to be breaking for second and didn't really take the time to look. Just made that throw to first. That pitch is a called strike, and 1-1 the count with one out.
Got Austin Fitz here at the plate, the center fielder for the Hamburg Lions.
So Jones comes set. Here's the 1-1. Nice block by Aaron Church there. I've been surprised. Warren hasn't had a whole lot of pass balls this year. We've had several different catchers, and they've all been pretty solid. Aaron, nice block right there. You got to have guys behind the plate that can be a brick wall.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Ball hit to short. Hall can't get there. And a run will come in, makes it 7-1 Hamburg. And that's another one of those plays close, but you got to have it.
Scored a RBI single there for the Hamburg Lions, and beginning to get a little frustrating for the Lumberjacks today in this contest.
And here we go. Trying to find a number here on number 20. That's Logan Morris. Ball put into play. Adams has it at second, makes the throw to first. Oh, just off the tip of the glove of Randy Gorman. You can see the frustration there as he throws it back to Drake Jones. The runners are all safe. Still just one out.
That was a nice job by Logan Adams to get over there and surround that baseball from where it was hit, playing second base. And not real sure what happened there with Gorman trying to field the ball at first. But sometimes when it rains, it pours. And
I think you're seeing a team right now, Chris, that's just they're down 7-1. Things are looking a bit bleak, and the minds are starting to wander a little bit. Another nice block by Church. Throws it down to third. Catch made by Cornish, but the throw just a bit late. Not a bad play by Aaron Church or Wesley Cornish. Got a great jump, and that's veteran play from the Hamburg runner.
And something we've seen today is Hamburg's done a good job with the bunt for the most part. They had one issue where it bounced off their player. They've done a really good job for the most part running the bases. And, you can see why they're a pretty good baseball team.
Well, they do all the little things correctly. And other than a couple of errors at short, which we just got done bragging on the shortstop, but they've played pretty solid all
exactly,
day.
And the one run they've allowed was an unearned run in the sixth inning off of the young man reached off of E6, which is an error on the shortstop.
1-0 pitch in the dirt, 2-0 count. So one down, top of the seventh. Jacks will obviously get another at bat since we are the home team this afternoon.
The stat line real quick, Rob, on Logan Adams, who drew the start, went 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, 6 earned runs, struck out 3, and walked 5.
Church going to trot over. Looks like he's having some type of helmet malfunction.
And Coach Orlando Gonzalez going to meet him and try to get that addressed. Coach Robert Cupson going to go to the mound, speak with his pitcher Drake Jones.
So we're having a conference on the mound. Again, Logan Adams started this game for the Jacks. He pitched 6 innings. We'll try to tally up the earned runs and whatnot. Probably not going to be very many earned runs.
Well, actually, for Warren, every run scored, or for Hamburg, every run scored has been an earned run so far.
Really? Okay.
They've all been earned runs. Of course, they all reached on base hits or walks. Drew Foote in the 3rd inning, of course, scored off of an error, a series of errors by the Lumberjacks, but that still goes in the book as an earned run.
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here. Justin Hall going to come on and move from shortstop to the mound.
Well, and quickly regarding that, Drake Jones caught the first 6 innings of the ball game and then went to the mound, and that's
not easy.
That's a tough deal. Catching, I mean, it does a number on your legs when you go through 6 innings of a ball game, and then you have to directly use your legs when you're out there on the mound, and it can it can pose some issues.
All right, so here's the scenario. Wesley Cornish comes off. Drake Jones moves from the mound to third base. Logan Adams is going to move from second to short, and Dylan Rook is going to come in and take the place of Wesley Cornish and play second, even though Cornish was at third, since Adams moves from second to short. Dylan Rook comes in to play second base.
And we've seen Rook quite a bit this year in spot duty. Fundamentally pretty sound young man.
Tell you what, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after this pitching change and the warm-up pitches are taken.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beavers Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beavers Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalinoRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. Pitching change just made. Justin Hall on the mound for the Lumberjacks now. He moves in from short. Logan Adams bumps over from second base, goes to short. Wesley Cornish comes off. Drake Jones moves from the mound over to third, and Dylan Rook comes on and plays second base for the Jacks. So there's your change. Hopefully that probably just confused everybody, but a lot of movements.
And for our viewers at home, Justin Hall inherits a 2-0 count.
Yeah, 2-0 count, so that makes it 3-0. One down in the top of the 7th. Hamburg up 7-1 over the Lumberjacks, and they have runners at second and third. That pitch low gets away. A run's going to come in. It's going to make it 8-0, or 8-1. I apologize. Runners now at the corners. 8-1 now the score. Number 11, Drew Foote, the catcher, at the plate now for the Lions. And that was a tough situation to come in for Hall.
It was. Anytime you inherit a count from anybody for whatever reason, it's tough. It kind of limits your repertoire. But one thing didn't need to do is throw a pitch into the dirt right there that gets to the backstop.
That ball just nabbed by Aaron Church as it was outside. The runner advances to second base. So now runners, instead of at the corners, runners are now at second and third with still just one out. The Lumberjacks trying to get out of this inning with no more damage done. That lined up the middle, that's going to be damage. 2 runs probably going to come in. Harris gets it into Rook, but 2 runs score. That makes it 10-1. So 10-1 the score. And now number 11, Drew Foote at first base, and number 12, Sky Martin, steps up to the plate. And then after that, you've got even more trouble as the DH, who's already hit a home run, which is Hunter Smith, is on deck. Runner goes. Grounder to third. Actually, the shortstop, Adams, gets it, but it is in the hole. No chance at a play. And another ball hit the shortstop that we're not able to do anything with.
Well, that one was a difficult play because of the situation. But Logan Adams, you can just see the ball off the bat. Logan Adams in space moves like you would expect a shortstop to move.
Yeah.
Had the defense still been the way it was for the majority of the ball game, that ball's probably in the left field and even more trouble. But that's kind of the nature of it as you try to juggle pitchers and everything else that goes on at the high school level. And we gotta be able to make a throw or something right there on that situation. You don't want to just concede third base.
Yeah.
Frustration, I think, is starting to take effect in spots. And
that ball in the dirt. 2-0 count with one out. Hamburg looking to get that 11th run, make it a 10-run rule, but Warren's still going to get it back no matter what since they're the home team. This game going to go to the bottom of the 7th no matter what. Inside, and Hamburg moving the runners. They're not taking any chances. They're going to try to get as much as they can here and put it away.
Well, and something to remember, and some of our viewers need to know, there you get, much like in football where it's a point system for playoff seeding and so forth, you get the same kind of deal in baseball. And, they want to make sure they get the maximum number of runs they can as they try to battle Dumas. They get to play the Dumas Bobcats again in the regular season for the 1 seed. No district tournament in 8-4A baseball. So really playing for a lot of regional seeding and stuff as you get later into the season.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4 as Smith takes first. Now the bases are loaded for number 3, Nate Wooten.
And right there, didn't really want to throw Hunter Smith much.
Now a chance for Wooten. Looks like Marty Sarton having a talk with the home plate umpire. Not sure what the discussion's about. He's going to have a courtesy runner come in, I believe.
They're going to run.
They're going to have a pinch runner. Okay.
Well, they're going to run for their designated hitter, and that will end him for the ball game. The DH can't exit and re-enter, if I remember the rules correctly from when we coached softball. He will be done for the ball game for the Hamburg Lions. Of course, he's played a role in their 10-1 lead with a big 2-run home run earlier in the ball game.
Number 2 comes on for Hamburg. Not sure about the name for him. We'll try to get that for you in just a second. That would be Lane Chapman. We appreciate that.
And what he did there, Rob, Lane Chapman was the second baseman. He was the guy being DH'd for. So all Hamburg did was insert the guy being DH'd for into the ball game to run. So he will, in the event this ball game gets tied or goes into extra innings, that young man will hit in the spot of Hunter Smith.
And ball hit to left. Trailing back's A.J. Mooring. Catch is made. That's going to be a sacrifice fly as a run is going to come in. That makes it 11-1. Catch made by A.J. Mooring for the second out of the inning, but another run does come in off of it. And this game was really not far from reach, even in about the 4th and 5th inning, and it's really gotten away the last inning or so from the Lumberjacks.
That's exactly right. It's been a disappointing way to end it right here for the Warren Lumberjacks. Played pretty well for the majority of the game. And kind of as it wore on, some mistakes kind of caught up to them.
That check swing there is committed by number 15, Derek Reginelli. He's not able to hold up, so it makes it an 0-1 count. And after that foul ball, it's an 0-2 count.
And Reginelli, in his first at bat, was the victim of being hit by the bunted ball. He has since grounded into a fielder's choice, laid down a sacrifice bunt, and walked in his other at-bats.
Here's the 0-2 pitch from Hall. Call the ball on the outside. 1-0 or 1-2 count.
The Lions have battered around now here in the top of the 7th inning. Reginelli led it all off with a walk. He later came around to score.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that hits Reginelli. Bases will now be loaded. Just got away from Hall a little bit there, and you can see the disappointment and kind of disgusted himself on his face. But
with 2 strikes, there's really no need to go inside like that when you've got 2 strikes on the batter. that's a pitch you can afford, even with runners on with 2 outs. That's a pitch you can afford to kind of throw away and try to get them to chase right there.
And to be honest with Justin, he did take over in this inning in a tough spot. But now, with 2 outs, he's got a chance to get out of it. That ball drops in, but it's going to be high. 1-0 count. Justin gets back on the rubber from the stretch. Again, bases loaded for Hamburg. Ball outside, nice stab by number 22, Aaron Church. And it looks like Coach Cuthbertson coming out. I'm not sure if there's another pitching change in order here. We will see. He's going to have a discussion with Hall at least. And he is going to bring in
A.J. Mooring.
A.J. Mooring is going to come in. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after the pitching change is made. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Lumberjacks having trouble getting to the bottom of the inning. We'll be right back on Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. Don't go anywhere, folks. More baseball coming your way.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. Pitching change going on as we speak. A.J. Mooring coming in for Justin Hall. Chris, you got some stats for us?
We do. The final line on Drake Jones, who still was responsible for a couple runners in there when Hall came to the mound. He went a third of an inning, allowed a hit, 2 earned runs, 1 unearned, and walked 1. Hall came in, pitched a third of an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 2. And he will turn it over to A.J. Mooring here, still trying to get that final third of the 7th inning out of the way.
Yeah, again, 2 outs in the top of the 7th, as Chris just mentioned. Hamburg with an 11-1 lead. You can see that on your wonderful new scoreboard, which may be the bright news of today for you Lumberjack viewers. We may be losing, but we've got a scoreboard on your screen finally. We finally were able to work that out. 11-1, though, the score here in the top of the 7th. Again, after this ball game's over with, stick with us. For the SalineRiverTV.com post-game report brought to you by the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. That first pitch from A.J. Mooring called the ball, so that makes it a 3-0 count.
And again, Mooring inherits a count from Justin Hall, so he already had 2 balls when he took the mound.
So Mooring from the stretch comes set. Again, bases loaded for Hamburg. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Another run will come in, and that makes it 12-1.
And then that run, that scoring is going to be credited to Justin Hall as he reached when Hall was on the mound. So those numbers are still kind of in flux as they try to get out of the top of the 7th inning here.
And I think right now Mooring's probably got the rest of this game on his shoulders since it's just 1 out that he needs to get. I doubt you'd see another pitching change here from Coach Cuthbertson, but I'm not sure who you would bring in anyway. But here is the 2-out pitch. Called a strike on the outside corner. Nice way to start this at bat. Number 6 for Hamburg is at the plate.
And he is a substitute.
And that is number 6, Connor Calloway. Get Connor Calloway at the plate for the Lions. Hit to left field. It's going to be a single, maybe more. One run's going to come in, and the other run will hold up there. So that makes it 13-1. Lumberjacks really struggling to find that third out and get to the bottom of the inning. And really the score's kind of skewed here. I think the game's been a lot closer than it has been in the last inning or two. The Lumberjacks were still well in this thing into the 5th.
Well, they were, and mistakes finally caught up to them. And Hamburg's a good baseball team. Warren's got some work to try to do the rest of the way to try to qualify for the regional tournament.
That pitch inside, 1-0 count. So Mooring comes set once again. Here's the 1-0 pitch with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Lumberjacks trying to find that third out. Grounder too short. Adams gets through, and 2 runs are going to come in. There's 1, there's 2, and an error on Logan Adams. And again, you got to make the routine plays. You field that, step on second base or toss it to your second baseman, and that's the third out of the inning. 15-1 now the score.
And right here, guys, Warren's just got to get out of the 7th inning. You got to stop the bleeding right here.
Moore made a nice pitch, got a ground ball out of it. That's about all you can expect from him. Ground ball going to get through that time.
Just hit into the hole, and Hamburg going to hold him up there.
And I think they're seeing the writing on the wall now, and probably could have sent that runner if they wanted to, but a good bit of class there from Coach Marty Sarton to hold that runner up. And
they're going to start substituting, I would assume.
Yeah.
Got number 14 here coming in for Drew Foote. Foote had 3 hits today.
Again, just a good baseball team here for Hamburg. They can hit the baseball. Pretty solid defensively, and Warren just outmatched here, I think, by some experience. We've got a lot of youth on this club, and obviously Hamburg, they're competing for a conference title and possibly even a spot in regionals to a good seed in regionals.
And it's disappointing. It's disappointing for this Lumberjack baseball team and those involved with it and those who follow it. They had a tough week, and they need to rebound desperately tomorrow and Friday against the Rising Wildcats in a non-conference game and the Lake Village Beavers on Friday.
That pitch a called strike, 1-1 the count with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. We got a chance again tomorrow to turn around the week a little bit. I know it's a non-conference game, but we'll be here carrying the Warren Rising game live. Expect a good one there. That pitch high and inside makes it 2-1. Just a pretty tough day for the Lumberjacks. I think they may still be mentally reeling from that early loss this week. And that ball hits the batter in the head. Another run will come in. That makes it 16-1. A rough day. That's about all we can say. So number 12, Sky Martin, the first baseman, up to the plate. Looks like they may pinch hit for him. I think they're going to make a change here. Take a look here at the sun lowering once again. The temperatures dropped back to 61 degrees, which was the opening game time temperature. It had risen to the highest point today at 63. That pitch a called strike. Nice pitch from Mooring.
Number 16 here, pinch hitting for Martin as they've gone through the order twice here in the 7th inning.
So 2 down. Top of the 7th. Lumberjacks trying to get that third out. There's a check swing and not able to hold up. 0-2 count, chance to get out of it. So we'll try to get ready defensively in case the ball's hit. Here's the pitch for Mooring, 0-2. Swing fouled off to the right side, remains 0-2. We will not take a commercial break between the top and the bottom of the seventh. So stick with us. We got a lot of information coming your way. And then, of course, the SaleneRiverTV.com post-game report coming after the game, brought to you by the Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival, the 56th Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Probably won't be too pleasant of a post-game report today, but hey.
No, I don't imagine so.
We'll try to keep it short. Here's the pitch. And it hits the batter once again after the 0-2 count. So another run comes in. That makes it 17-1. Hamburg on top of our Lumberjacks. And just Coach Cuthbertson, not much he can do except just keep hoping for that third out. He's made the pitching change. He's done what he can do, and now it's up to the guys on the mound to throw strikes. And
well, it's a disappointing day all the way around, and the Warren's just trying to get this thing over with right now, and try to look forward to tomorrow. There's really, not much positive stuff happened in this contest today, as it's really gotten out of hand here late.
That ball fouled off, out of play, makes it an 0-1 count.
And who's this number 2 into the ball game now?
Here's the 0-1 pitch. A called strike makes it 0-2. We want to thank all of our advertisers that have sponsored this event today. Without them, this game could not be brought to you free, which that's the great thing about this program. All of our content on Saline River Chronicle and SaleneRiverTV.com is absolutely free to the users.
And hopefully everybody out there, finally strike 3, and we are done with the top of the 7th inning.
Yep, we're going to the bottom of the inning. Lumberjacks pretty much out of this one, 17-1 the score, but we gotta play 3 more outs here at least. So
going back to SaleneRiverChronicle.com, hopefully everybody's taking advantage of that. News at your fingertips, and you don't have to wait around to find out what's going on in Bradley County and the River Region anymore. You can find out when it happens, as it happens. One click away online, SaleneRiverChronicle.com and SaleneRiverTV.com now carrying Lumberjack live events. Carried the city council meeting last night or Monday night.
Monday night, yeah.
So a lot of exciting things going on.
Yeah, I keep telling people the way. I mean, we have advertisers that bring things to you and pay for the programs that we have, but really we don't advertise anywhere, and we rely on word of mouth. So anything that you guys out there are listening to and watching, if you enjoy it, spread the word about it. I mean, I can't tell you how many times people have said, "Look, Rob, it's great. They see me out. It's wonderful. I don't have to wait an entire week to get the news."
Exactly.
I mean,
news isn't a once a week affair anymore in the River Region, and that's that's what demand's called for. As times change, people want information as it happens.
We really revolutionized little over 2 years ago, how people receive their news. They get it now on a daily basis and really up to the minute basis. But with what we're doing live-wise, and we've got some exciting technology that we haven't even unleashed yet, Chris, I should say, and we got to the point now where really we are a live news station. I mean, it's not just a story coming on. We've actually got the ability, if we want to bring, if we get on the scene and have a crew there, we can bring a fire to you live if it's happening in town. I mean, that's possible now. We've got that ability, and there's just no better way to keep up with the news and with Lumberjack sports. I mean, obviously we cover Lumberjack sports a lot heavier than any other school in the River Region, but there's a reason, because a lot of people follow Lumberjack sports, but we're able to do things, and this alone, being able to watch a Lumberjack sporting event And just a few weeks ago, we were doing that with just basically a straight shot. Now we've got a scoreboard, we've got video graphics, we've got it all going. And I'm excited about what the future holds for Saline River Chronicle and Saline River TV.
They're exciting times, and obviously the best source for coverage on Warren Lumberjack and Warren Lady Jack athletics is SalineRiverChronicle.com and SalineRiverTV.com. Lots of stuff happening, and lots of good coverage for these young men and women.
Nice cut right there by Dylan Rook, number 3, who's in at second base for the Lumberjacks. Another one of those freshmen out there getting to play today. But he takes a nice cut, makes it 1-2. Again, no outs in the bottom of the 7th. At pitch high, I'll get your scoreboard changed. I was lazy and didn't do that. See, we're still working out the kinks. There we go. All right, you guys are updated. It's the bottom of the 7th. No outs. Dylan Rook at the plate. 3-2 count. A chance to get a runner on. For those of you that have stuck with us today through a pretty tough ball game, we do appreciate it.
We do. We appreciate you staying with us and
rounder up the middle,
supporting these young people. Rook retired and 1-3 put out.
It's a nice play by the Hamburg pitcher.
And is this still Wooten on the mound, Rob? Is that still number 3?
I believe it is. I'm having their numbers are kind of a medieval text, and it's actually kind of tough to read them on the front of their jerseys. Yep, that's Wooten. That pitch called strike on Calix Harris, the center fielder for the Lumberjacks.
Harris has struck out twice today, both times looking in his previous 2 at-bats. The freshman hitting the 9-hole today for the Lumberjacks.
That ball hit up the middle, going to be a single.
And that's big for Calix Harris, a young man. Nice to see him get a base hit here late. Freshman, they've got high hopes for, with a single into shallow center field.
We got great things coming your way next fall, ladies and gentlemen. Great things coming next fall. Lumberjack football is going to be on SalineRiverTV.com. You can watch it live, happen live. We will not have the games on demand until after the season's over with, but you're going to be able to watch the games live on SalineRiverTV.com next fall. And we're going to try to get some 7-on-7 tournaments in this summer. And the out is recorded. Harris is out at second base. Adams is safe at first with the fielder's choice.
And a disappointing day for Logan Adams. He's obviously frustrated. 0 for 4 at the plate today. Ran into some struggles late on the mound, and just a game that the Lumberjacks are ready to put behind them.
Here's the pitch outside to Justin Hall. 1-0 count with 2 outs. And we won't take a break after this ball game. We'll go straight to the Saline River. Actually, yes, we will. I'm getting word from our director that we will. We will take a break. I apologize for that. Adams takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Hall swings through it for a strike. 2-1 the count. Troy Sellers on deck. Wooten comes set. Grounded to second base. This should be the 3rd out of the inning. Throw a little bit high, but that is it, as the out is recorded at first. All right, we'll be right back. The final here in this one again. Please don't leave us. We got the SalineRiverTV.com post-game report coming up in just a few moments. Again, the final here, 17-1. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the post-game report.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. The final here from Warren, 17-1. Unfortunately, the Lumberjacks just had a really off day, I think is the best way to describe it. Do we have any stats?
Well, we do. 1 through 6 today, the Lumberjacks were 2 for 18 at the plate, and from their leadoff hitter through their 6th-hole guy, 2 for 18. As a team, struck out 10 times, only drew 1 walk, were hit by a pitch once. Justin Hall was 1 for 4, Drake Jones 1 for 2, Randy Gorman 1 for 3, Calix Harris 1 for 3. They accounted for the 4 base hits. On the mound, Logan Adams took the loss, 6 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 5 walks. Drake Jones pitched a third of an inning, allowed a hit, 2 earned runs, or 3 runs, 2 earned, and a walk. Justin Hall pitched a third of an inning, 2 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks. And A.J. Moyne pitched a third of an inning, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 runs total, 1 was unearned, a strikeout, a walk, and 3 hit batters. A frustrating day for the Lumberjacks, a game that they're glad is over, to be honest with you, and they hope for better things tomorrow against Rising and Friday against the Lake Village Beavers.
Yeah, and again, another tough day for the Lumberjacks. They've had a really tough week. Hopefully, though, tomorrow they can turn things around. Non-conference matchup against Rising. We will be here to carry that one live. Again, our streamcast starts at around 4:15 p.m. We actually started a little bit early today, but at 4:15 p.m. is the start time on that streamcast. Please join us and spread the word. You can watch Lumberjack baseball on SalineRiverTV.com. We got more Lumberjack sports coming your way over the next year, but stick with us this week. We got one more game tomorrow, again, at 4:15. Watch Lumberjack Live Baseball, Warren versus Rising. For everybody here at SalineRiverTV.com, thank you so much to the Warren Lumberjacks and the crew here. I'm Rob Reap. Chris, great to have you once again.
Hey, we look forward to better things tomorrow, hopefully. And we want to pass along, don't give up on this group. They've had a tough week, but still in the mix for a regional bid out of the 8-4A. 7 wins will probably get it done. They've got 4 right now. The Lake Village Beavers coming up later this week. Another game with the Dollaway Cardinals. They've already beat McGee in conference play. They're better than what they've shown on Monday and today against Dumas and Hamburg, and they'll be all right. So stick with them, stick with us, and we look forward to having most of you back tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Again, the final here live from Warren on SalineRiverTV.com. Lumberjack Live. Warren is defeated by Hamburg by the score of 17-1. Have a great day, everybody. Hopefully better than this ball game. We'll see you tomorrow again at 4:15.